Hello beer tubers and welcome to yet another beer review. With me Peter the Master of Habits today looking at a beer I've actually reviewed already. Now I wanted to review this one again because the new batches of this was just released. And this is none other than the Mikkeller Beer Geek Breakfast. It's oatmeal stout brewed with coffee. Now both this and the Beer Geek Brunch Weasel, I reviewed that too, were re-released. Because they stopped brewing these beers at Norway in Norway. And started brewing at another brewery in Norway called Lervig, Aktiebryggeri. And the brewer there is Mike Murphy. I don't know if you know him. He was a brewer in Denmark too. And I've already had this, and a lot of people were afraid if this batch was going to be as good as the old one, which is a phenomenal beer. So yeah, I thought I'd give you guys a review to see if the new batches of Beer Geek Breakfast and Brunch Weasel are worth picking up. So yeah, 7.5% brewed with water malt. Malt used a Pilsner. There's oats in there, smoked malt, Munich, brown, pale chocolate, and chocolate malt, roasted barley. And then hops used are Centennial and Cascade. And then they use an American ale yeast and a gourmet coffee in here. So yeah, let's get this one cracked open and check it out. Now the Beer Geek series from Mikkeller is one of my all-time favorite series of beer. One of the few beers that really got me into coffee stouts and stouts in general, and they're actually releasing a new version of the Beer Geek Bacon as well, along with a new one called Beer Geek Vanilla Shake. So that one sounds really interesting. But it's a black color, pitch black basically. I got some red notes when I poured it. Nice 2-finger of a frothy tan head. Let's check out the aroma on this bad boy. A lot of coffee, I'm actually also picking up a little bit of a hoppiness to it, a little bit of a green leaf hop. But mostly I'm just picking up tons and tons of like roasted coffee notes. Also some fruity coffee, almost. You sometimes get that an almost fruity character in coffee beers, which is in here. Oats in there as well with the sweetness, some dark fruits, chocolate, mostly dark chocolate actually. Touch of that smoke. A little bit of a soy sauce feel. Smells really good. It does. I mean, it smells just as good as the original batch from Norway. So let's give this one a taste. Cheers, guys. Oh, wow. It's so awesome to drink this beer fresh again with just a ton of coffee. Man, it's been a while. I'm glad that they started releasing the Beer Geek beers again, because those are phenomenal. Picking up a lot of coffee on there. Really dark, black, roasted espresso-like coffee. Really bitter as well. It's definitely the bitter black roast coffee that lingers on the back end. Mouthfeel, it's not as full as I remember. I'd say it's lighter side of full, higher side of medium, actually. But it does have that creamy texture because of the oats. Dark roast, a little bit of smoke. Slightly burnt, ashy notes as well in there. Really bitter. Not insane amounts of sweetness from the oats, but there is some solid sweetness there. But it's really a coffee-forward beer. Really nice dark roasted coffee. I think it's a phenomenal beer. It's really nice, quite complex. Fairly drinkable as well for 7.5%, which is nice. Still prefer the Beer Geek Brunch Weasel, but this is still an amazing beer. I mean, great stuff. When I reviewed this back in the day, I gave it a 95 out of 100, which is a pretty high grade. And I would stick to that if it wasn't that that I've had so many other great coffee and stouty beers. So I'm just going to bump it down a little. I'm going to bump it down to a 93. It's still really nice. Beer Geek Brunch Weasel, I believe I gave it a 95 as well, or maybe higher. But I'm going to bump it down to a 93. I still think it's a really nice Imperial Stout, but it doesn't have as much sweetness. I would like a little more sweetness to it, which is why I really want to try the vanilla shake. But this is still an incredible beer. I mean, definitely get it. This is phenomenal stuff. Yeah, last time I reviewed the regular version of this was back in 2010. Definitely let me know what you think of the new batch of the Mikkeller Beer Geek Breakfast if you've had it. We'll look for the review of the Beer Geek Brunch Weasel very soon, guys. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter, and I'm going to say cheers. And I'm going to see you guys in another beer review.